You're not lost. You're uncomfortable without instructions. And that's more dangerous. If you were actually lost, you'd be confused. You're not confused. You know where you live, you know what you're good at, you know what you don't want anymore. What you don't know is what you're supposed to do next. And your system does not like that gap. Most of your life, something pointed. School told you what mattered, deadlines told you what was urgent, jobs told you what to chase. Even rebellion has some structure to it. It pushes against something. There is always some sort of arrow. And arrows feel like safety. Then one day, the arrows stopped. No syllabus, no milestone, no by this age you should, just silence. And the body tightens. Thought speeds up. You start scanning. Scanning feels responsible, feels productive, it feels like you're figuring something out. But most of the time, you're just looking for the next instruction. A few years ago, I was on a hiking trail. There's a clear path, arrows pointing, little wooden signs saying how far until the overlook. You don't need to deliberate when the trail is marked, you just follow along. Then the arrows stopped. No warning, just dirt dissolving into leaves, and I stood there, waiting. Because something in me assumed another sign would appear, another arrow, another "you are here." Nothing came. What surprised me wasn't fear, it was irritation. Like the woods had failed to organize themselves around me. That's when it hit. I wasn't lost. It was just the path that ended. That's that's a different problem. There's a difference between not knowing where you are and not being told where to go. They feel identical in the body, both tight in the chest, both speed up thought. But one is confusion, the other is autonomy without rehearsal. And autonomy without rehearsal feels like danger because direction used to carry identity, grades, approval, achievement, momentum. Without without those markers, choice just shows up, and choice is quiet. It doesn't shout purpose. It waits. Waiting feels like failure in a culture addicted to motion, so we label it lost. Watch what happens when direction disappears. Most people rush to replace it. A new goal, a new hustle, a new philosophy, a new identity. Not because they're inspired, because floating just feels unsafe. We've been trained to equate motion with meaning. If you're not climbing something, you must be falling. Sometimes the trail just ends and no one prepared you for that. Back in the woods, I walked around in little circles for a while, certain I missed a marker. That's what we do. We assume we overlooked something. We assume the map exists. We think there should be a map in the first place. Eventually, I stopped scanning, not because I had clarity, because urgency got tired, and when the urgency dropped, the woods stopped feeling like a problem. I just picked a direction that felt slightly less tight than the others. It wasn't strategic, not heroic, just less contraction. After a while, another path appeared. Not the same one, just another one. That's usually how it works. You don't discover the path, you just move without panic, and terrain reveals itself. If you feel lost right now, check something carefully. Are you actually confused? Are you just undirected? Are you disorientated, or are you standing without a script? Those are not the same state. So here's the uncomfortable question to ask yourself. Who are you when no one is pointing? That's a noticing question. What do you reach for when no one's watching? What drains you? What doesn't? What feels slightly less tight? Signals don't rush, they repeat. You're not lost, you're just not being directed anymore. If this irritated you, good. Most people are more dependent on instruction than they realize. But I'm curious. When direction disappeared in your life, did you panic or did you immediately replace it? No one's coming to save you. And that's not bad news. It's freedom.